All right, gonna record this one real quick at the bedroom because it's the only spot where I get a little quiet right now. But okay, come on, you know we gotta do this thing together, right, Papa? Anyway, what's going on, comrades? So last week started a bit rough, and I want to talk about something that completely shifted everything for me. That's right, Papi. That's what I'm talking about, though. It's about consistency, about putting your work out there even when you doubt it, and about how one message can kind of change everything and remind you of why you're even doing this in the first place. Last Monday was pretty brutal. I had this beef with my girl about feeling unseen. I had that family emergency I was telling you about. Of course, we were listening to Idols, of course. And I also had the script deadline that I was working Tuesday to Thursday, as y'all saw, right? Like, just grinding on the rewrite, filming these vlogs. And it got to a certain point where I felt like no one was connecting with this, so why am I wasting time filming it? I skipped jujitsu training in the morning all week last week because it was so intense, this feeling of having to finish the vlog and write the rewrites of the script. So it got me feeling like, yo, does this even matter what I'm doing? Like, I don't have to be doing all this extra work, And then Friday, I get this message. Oh, yeah, papi. Friday, I get that message from a cousin that I haven't really spoken to in years, really. And I want to read a part of the message for you guys because it completely changed my perspective. Let's see if I can find that. But she says, "Hey, Primo, I know we haven't seen or spoken to each other in so many years, but I had to reach out and let you know how amazing it is that you're putting your art and your craft out there. That you're being vulnerable and raw about the traumas and experiences in your life, and not only sharing your truth, but also putting the words and actions about what so many families also share." But, she also goes on to say that watching my process inspired her to start writing again, to work on this her poetry that she's been doing and try to publish a book and let go of the insecurities and put herself out there. This is why the consistency matters. Even when you can't see the impact, it's there. I've been documenting this rewrite process for like a few weeks now, and some days I'm really motivated. Some days I'm struggling. Some days I got the cat's ass in my face. I'm just trying to work. I'm just trying to figure it out in real time and just make it happen. And so I keep showing up. I keep posting these vlogs, writing these updates, sharing the fucking mess, the mess of it all, because again, I'm just trying to figure it out, and I believe that this can help people. I mentioned before that when I first wrote this was for me. The second time I did the quick little rewrites, it was just to get my family's voice right? Like, I felt like I owed it to them to get them right. And now this third part is putting the universal characteristics of who the characters were, and in that, I'm starting to really see that this is more than just my story, Same thing, this is more than just my process of showing all this. Here's what I didn't expect. I didn't know how much I needed to hear this, that this is actually working for somebody. I needed to hear that because it gave me the validation and the affirmation that, what I'm doing actually matters. And it also gave me the language that I was seeking to sort of rectify the beef that I had with my girl about feeling unseen. It was hard to put into words what I was feeling, right? And it was that. It was like I've been exposing myself and wondering, am I doing too much or is this working? And so I needed a way to calm that doubt and just be a little sure of what it is that I'm doing, because it is weird. I gotta admit, it's weird. But that message reminded me that, people are watching, even if it's just 5 people, 10 people. They're looking at you and saying, wow, he did that scary thing. Shit, maybe I can too. That's what encouraging words can do, man. They can really carry you through a whole week of doubt. And when I saw my prima's messages, I'm telling you, it really, it kind of shook me. It left me glowing for the whole weekend, but it really made this matter. And so if you're creating something, anything, art, content, business, you're building a new relationship, just remember, man, the impact isn't always like immediate or visible. And that person that might need to see that work might not find it for a while. So you gotta keep creating, man. Because again, whatever you're working on, whatever you're scared to share, whatever feels personal or risky or just weird, that might be what somebody needs to hear. So keep showing up, keep being consistent, keep documenting the process. Fuck it, you gotta read off your phone. You read off the goddamn phone, man, because we're still figuring this shit out, man. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, man. I'll be just doing more videos throughout the week, just trying to get better at this process. And if this is kind of inspiring you to maybe start something, let me know in the comments, because those messages, they do mean a lot. So reach out, say something. Thank you, comrades. Have a good night. It's late.